For those who do not know me, number one, what a shame. Number two, thank you. My name is Erin Matulis, formerly known as Erin Glass. Thanks, Dave. Thank you. Shannon was very adamant about keeping this speech very short, 3 to 5 minutes tops. Luckily, I do really have to use the restroom, so I'll make sure to keep this quick, but if not, let's begin. I want to first thank everyone for being here today with the continuous stress of the pandemic, all of the variants. It truly is something special to see all of these people travel from all over the country really to be with Shannon and Brady. It's incredible to see what people will do for a free meal. So let me talk a little bit about my relationship with Shannon. We met back in the early 2000s. January 1st, 2000 to be exact. Talk about the biggest grand entrance of all, as my dad mentioned, the Millennium Baby. For some reason, we didn't hit it off right away. I don't know what it was. I was a little jealous, probably from no longer being the youngest sibling. But for those that knew Shannon in her younger years, she loved being the center of attention. Everywhere she went, she was dressed in full-on cheetah outfits. She used to dance, and not only for the performance of the dance, she would wear the costumes everywhere in public. So we never shied away from being the center of attention. And I can say that pretty much about everyone in my family. We're very loud, we're very obnoxious. Oftentimes at our dinner table, growing up, none of us knew how to shut up, which is probably why we were given this time limit. My dad had mentioned this already, but because of that, Shannon always couldn't really have a say ever at our family dinners. It was often a screaming match of who could yell over each other to get the word out. So like my dad said, Shannon would stand up on a table and she would be like, "This is what my day was!" And she performed her day standing on a chair for us to listen. And it worked pretty well. So that's exactly how she shared her stories with us during our childhood. For those who know Shannon and I well, you know that it took her and I some time to become friends, let alone sisters. The turmoil began in 2001 when Shannon was only 18 months old. I was watching a movie with my other siblings, Megan and Ryan. Hey-yo. And it was the evening that Shannon decided to, waddle on in her diaper, and I'm a selfish person when it comes to food. So I didn't want her to come in, not because of her presence, but because I didn't want her to eat our popcorn. So I decided to slam the door on her face. Unfortunately, I missed her face, and her finger actually got caught in the door seam at 18 months, and her finger fell off. Well, it got cut off. Blood everywhere. I'm sorry. She went to the ER with my parents. There's a pinky in the freezer in case it grows back. The siblings are yelling that they hated me. Just a typical day in the family household, really. I won't go into too much details, but for some reason, Shannon's finger ended up growing back, which is great. Although it was never the same. Even yesterday, the nail tech, she was getting her nails done, and every time, they're always like, "What happened to your finger?" And it was me. That's me. And so I'm really happy that I always have a part of her, So now to Brady. I first met Brady by actually not meeting Brady at all. So I graduated from college, and about a month at home, I decided to move in with a boy. That's him. I'm a huge homebody. I was very nostalgic about staying home for that one night. And I didn't want anyone to be around. Shannon was a freshman at UC and decided she wanted to stop by and introduce me spontaneously to some man. And I said, me, being a supportive sister that I am, wanted no part in it. I told her that she needed to stay outside and that I wasn't in the right headspace to meet a boy. And that's exactly what happened. Shannon never came into the house, nor Brady. They stayed outside with our family dog, and we never met face to face. So it was truly a beautiful introduction to our relationship. I will say I wasn't expecting to see this guy ever again. But wow, was I wrong? And I do really wish that I went outside. Oh. Brady, I only have 15 seconds to talk about you. So, you're kind, you're compassionate, and you balance Shannon out so well. You both bring out the best in each other. I've had the joy of getting to know you both individually as well as a couple, and you're just so amazing together with our countless Skyline dates. So you guys coming over to really kick my ass and blitz and whatever that game is called. But Brady, I knew you were the one, especially for me. During Halloween weekend, we always have a tradition of carving pumpkins at my house. And Shannon never wants to touch the gunk that's, in the pumpkin. And so Brady always is very willing to take her pumpkin, and he cleaned it out so well that not only did it impress Shannon, but it impressed my entire family. And so he took all of our pumpkins and he did the whole thing for my entire family. And so I do look forward to you doing that for me for the rest of my life. I will leave off with an update from Shannon and I's relationship. Especially after I graduated, Shannon has truly become one of my best friends. I've loved seeing you grow into the strong woman that you are today, how passionate you are about your faith, and just how special it was for you to bring Brady into our lives. Your relationship is just truly something special, and I'm sure all of us feel that here tonight. I love you both so much. So if we can all raise a glass, I just want to say cheers to a wonderful lifetime of happiness. So, cheers.